Welcome to Tribal Council once again, Vita. A couple of you, I saw you a few days ago. For the other half, I saw you at the first Tribal Council, haven't seen you since, so it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Welcome to my home, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are a new tribe. Probably wasn't the best challenge to throw at a new tribe where you needed to know each other, know how people would answer specific stuff. You guys needed good communication. So I'm really proud of myself for throwing that at you right after a tribe swap. We did good there. Josh, how's being on Vita? How is rocking the pink buff been for you?
Oh, well, definitely when you call it Vita, I'm definitely living the life over here than we were at Morte. But anyways, it's definitely, I'm definitely feeling like I'm living the life over here. That's some
Why?
nice, huh?
Why? Why do you feel like you're living the life?
Oh, because like Vita in Italian means life. So literally I'm just.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And also the fact that like I've gotten to know like Kayla, Alan, and Dresden for like, since I haven't met them yet. So it's nice to get in touch with them for a little bit. But yeah, like I think we all gotten along pretty well. The fact that like I knew the challenge was code names, I was just like, you know what? Let's just have a little bit of a bonding experience. Let's just all like get together and like let's just actually just play a game of code names, just for like, even if it wasn't the challenge, let's just actually bond together and actually just do that. Little did we know it actually was the challenge, so yay, brownie points for that. But apparently that still wasn't enough, and it was just 2 hours of bonding time that didn't really make a difference. But you know what? Yeah, like it is what it is. We did what we can, but I'm just happy that we all at least get to go along and play a game together. Like,
well, I'm glad you guys bonded. Not so happy for y'all for losing. Obviously, that sucks. Honestly, forgive me. What does it feel like? What was your initial reaction when you saw Jack enter in here? I started off the Tribal Council ignoring the obvious. What's going on? Why is Jack here?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right, Jack actually left the game with a power. He was voted out with a power called the zombie vote. He's observing this Tribal Council. After the Q&A, he will be allowed one question to one person, and then he will cast a vote. It will go in the urn, just like all of yours. And then he will head on out into the sunset. Does that concern you at all, Josh?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, like, it's like, if like the people that like voted him off, like he probably would want some revenge. So maybe he would just like vote with one of them, or maybe he just wants some intel or the reason, or maybe he wants some closure. Really, it's entirely up to what his motive is.
What's your motive tonight?
Oh, what's my motive? Well, like, I'm all for like, just trying to like keep a unified tribe as best as we can. Obviously we had our mistakes in the challenge last night, but I think it was kind of a factor for tonight's vote. But as far as for anything else, I just hope that moving forward after this, we can all just move together as a tribe. But I know tribal alliance is really just a stigma for everybody, but I'm pretty sure that like once that phases out, new bonds can form, hopefully.
You brought me to a good point, Josh. I wish you luck in the vote. Let's rewind back to code names. Kayla.
Of course, you'd bring me into that. Thanks.
Not by any of your doing, but you ended up being the clutch spy master. Like, it was up to you to force that tie. Like, your tribe really needed you to come through, get them that win, so you guys can then go into a tiebreaker. How is that pressure?
Well, obviously the pressure wasn't good because I ate shit hard. I don't know. I like tried to explain it to everybody. Like, I just kind of got flustered. Like, I was kind of excited when I saw Erica get flustered because we chose her, and I was like, perfect, because she might crack. I think she would crack under pressure. She got flustered, and then I kind of, I don't know, like got overconfident and thought that it was a good thing she was getting flustered. And then it came time to my turn, and I just kind of freaked out, and I was trying to listen to what Chrissy was saying about all five, and I just kind of like the words just didn't make any sense. They had nothing similar. And when Erica asked about how many times she had left and she confirmed 3, I was like, oh, I have 3 turns left. And like, I just kind of was like, oh, 2 of these words are kind of the same. And then we'll add France in there as a third one. So that's why I said 3. And it was so stupid. And it was like the second it came out of my mouth, I was like, well, the second it came out of my mouth, I saw everybody's hands go up and I was like, fuck me.
It's one thing to, be like the weakest on a tribe that you start with, right? You don't never want to really be shown as the weak link, but to be the weak link in a challenge right after a swap, that's like even worse.
It's the worst case scenario because like I don't know about the other 2, but like I feel like we, it's hard to have such a small amount of time to get to know 5 new tribe members that have been together for so long. It would just be different. Like, do I think if it hadn't been a swap and I had been the reason we lost, I don't think that I would be as scared as I am right now because everyone knew me better on that other tribe, whereas no one knows me on this tribe because we haven't had a lot of chance to get time to get to know each other. So literally all they can base their opinion about me on is the very brief conversations we've all had and like me shitting the bed in the challenge. So you know what I mean?
Are you feeling vulnerable? Not only did you bond the challenge after a swap, but like you kind of just mentioned, you got 5 new people here. You were on this tribe at the start. Now there's only 3 of you here. Do you feel like up shit's creek?
Oh, like I already kind of like, I feel like everybody's been like fairly honest with me, and the fact that they've kind of been like, well, like you did shit the bed and it is what it is. And like, I mean, I get it as a player, I respect it. And I understand that people need to vote the way that they want to vote. And like, obviously I want to say I wouldn't do the same if I was in their position because I feel like I would want to look at all aspects of the player. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't have any excuses for my performance, right? Like, other than the fact that like, I know I'm not that kind of a player all the time. Like, I excelled in the first challenge we had as a tribe, and then I still excelled in the third challenge we had. And the second challenge, those fucking questions were ridiculous. I honestly still think that shit was rigged because nobody on my tribe, everybody on my tribe was like, we would have never gotten those right. And it's not like I didn't study. I mean, like, it's just, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, it's the reality of it. And I kind of like said my piece and tried my best and just mentioned to people, like, obviously I want to stay, but it is what it is, and people are going to make the decision that's right for their game, and I respect that. Like, it is what it is.
I wish you luck in the vote, Kayla.
Thank
Dresden,
you.
Are you feeling a little bit similarly?
I mean, I would be lying. Oh, before I start, I just want to say you look hot as always, Sandy. But hopefully this isn't my last time seeing you. But I just want to say I fucked up in the challenge as well. And people could probably like see me a potential option to vote out in tonight's tribe. Do I want it to be me? No, but I could see why people would want to vote for me.
What have you done to aid in your case as to why you should stay? Like, after the challenge, what have you done since the results till now to make sure that it's not you?
I've been trying to talk to people. I will just be honest and say that a lot of people are just being very quiet today. Haven't really like picked up on like what may happen, but I'm getting the consensus that it's going to be someone that fucked up in the immunity challenge. And it's just annoying because my name was one of the names that came up last time I came to Tribal. And so I'm just referring back to BB19 Jessica Graff. Like, I don't want to go through this shit again. So like, I'm just like having a hard time right now because I really don't want to go through this shit again. Like, I really want to be here. If it's me that gets votes tonight, it's whatever. But the people that I was able to talk to, the few people I was able to talk to, I hope they know where I stand, and I hope they vote for me to stay.
Do you have anything to say to them right now before we move on to somebody else, like specifically?
If you see that I can be if you see that I can play like a huge role into your future in this game, keep me. And then also I'm cute as well. Like, so keep me.
Good luck in the vote, Dresden. Now let's move over to somebody who came from Morte. Let's go to Chrissy. Chrissy, are you feeling a little bit better than, some of the old Vita, just based on something like on paper 5-3? Does that just give you a little bit of comfort?
Yes. Like I was honest with the person that I said that I'm gonna vote out tonight, because I was trying to reach out to this person and they just weren't responding, and I was a bit harsh last night because we were all stressed, and I think that everyone just was very angry after the way that we lost, because we could have done so much better, and we were literally practicing.
I was going to say, do you think it also has to do with the fact that you guys were practicing that exact game
for
2 hours?
Like, we were really, I think it's safe to say everyone was fucking pissed that we lost. And although it's not like 100% fair to blame it on one person, that's all we have to base it off of, because we didn't get the 5 days prior to get to know each other. And we didn't get the 5 days prior to build bonds personally or whatever. Like, you can't become best friends with somebody in a day. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Or after 2 hours of code names. Like, that's just not going to happen. And then I also think communication is really important. So if people are busy, which I understand more than anybody, and Morte, y'all can attest to this. I'm a busy bee. But if there's a tribal council going on, you should try to make time to talk to people, even if it's just a quick text, like, hey, I saw this, I'm at work right now, or whatever, sorry. I don't know. I just want to be honest, because
with that honesty, does it concern you that, a power could be played? Again, you said you don't know these people. So if you don't really know these people, you technically don't know what they've been doing prior to meeting you. With that honesty, does that make you nervous at all that, damn it, I should have just lied?
If a power gets played, a power gets played. I'm a straightforward type of person. If that's the hand I get dealt, then fine. If that's the hand the rest of us get dealt, that's fine. But I'm just gonna stick to the plan, and I'm not gonna try to fuck anything up for myself or anyone else. So,
all right, stick to the plan. Hope your plan works out, Miss Chrissy. Best of luck in the vote. Alan.
Hey, Sandy.
How are you?
Doing all right.
When I was spinning the wheel for the swap, when I was spinning the wheel, picking names, and y'all were picking the stumps, was there a part of you that was a little bit inside as you started to see the lay of the land?
Of course. In a tribe swap, the first thing you look at are former tribe 1 versus former tribe 2. That's the black and white of the situation. And seeing what was happening with where people were falling, I did have that sense of oh no, I might fall on the wrong side of the numbers.
Has there been a silver lining to being on the wrong side of the numbers in this swap since being on this tribe? Is there a bright side to it, or is it just I'm going to be working with the cards that I'm dealt?
I get to talk to 5 new people that I've never talked to before in my life. It's why we play, to meet people and to talk. So there's a silver lining. Another one, unfortunately, for being after the challenge yesterday, was I really didn't have too much to do in the loss. So that was another quite silver lining in my position in the tribe.
So do you think because you weren't selected as a caller that maybe you're a little bit more safer than the people who were callers that kind of dropped the ball?
Right. you kind of always love to be put in a situation where you can succeed under the pressure. But in that moment, I was kind of glad it wasn't me.
Got it. What do you think this tribe needs to do tonight, or if anything can be done tonight, to not bring you guys back here next challenge?
I just think this vote tonight, it needs to be for strong. We need to be strong moving forward. For challenges, we need to be strong moving forward together. And people I've talked to, they know how I'm voting to make it stronger.
Best of luck in the vote.
Thanks, Sandy.
Shay.
What up, Sandy?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm okay.
How's the game been since the swap?
Yeah, I mean, I can't lie and say, I was disappointed when you have a swap to, come over and be on the right side of the numbers, I think, as people have mentioned. So, like, that was a positive. I mean, I'm not going to pretend to say that the picking of numbers didn't go great. You know what I mean? Like, how it went, like, old Vita, old Vita, old Vita, old Vita, old Vita. And we saw where I think every old Vita went before I went. And then I came up first. And I see a half of a board that's Morte, Morte, blank, Morte, Morte, Morte. And I'm like, that one, right? Like, to be able
that
to...
has to be a pink one.
And it was, right? So, like, I can't say, like, that this wasn't a design, you know what I mean? Like, it was a purposeful choice, right? Like, I chose to be one to be on this side, knowing how things were going to fall. And I got lucky in that. So, yeah, overall, I mean... You can't complain, I guess. I mean, I will say the challenge. I think twofold. One, it sucks, and I think everybody has the same goal, and the same goal is make merge, right? Like, this is a game of phases in my mind, and you can't win the game if you don't make merge. Well, I guess unless you're Chris Underwood. But the point is
choking. Sorry.
The point is that yeah, you know what I mean? I think that's people's mission, and that's mine. Like, regardless of tribal lines, like, we got to make it. And so it's less to me, like, that's my big focus.
So your focus is getting to merge, or like getting the tribe to merge, or whatever way you need to get there is how you're going to get there. Does that start now? Does that start with this second phase?
I think it starts. I think it starts at the beginning of the game. You know what I mean? Like, it's nobody. Like, frankly, 3-4 days ago, you know what I mean? Morte was in a little bit of a panic, right? Like, we had Vicky quit. We had a not so fun tribal. You know what I mean? That was a lot of split, and nobody wants to be down going into swaps, right? And that's where, like, I think that game starts immediately. So yeah, I mean, we're definitely in the middle of that, like, of trying to get to merge and trying to keep tribe strong. There's only so many.
Is that what you're basing your vote on tonight? Tribe strong?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's only so many numbers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you feel. You know what I mean? There's only so many numbers that you have before you're going to be up, right? Before your number's up. And the whole idea is keep distance from that, in my mind. So, like, it's just one of those things where, like, it's, and I mean, the flip side of that is, that's the gameplay, but the other side is the fun part of it, of learning and getting to know people, and enjoying yourself along the way, right? Which is a benefit, right? So, like, I am excited. It sucks that we have to be here, but I am excited to get to know people and to, you know what I mean, really work with them and win some challenges.
All right, Shay, I wish you the best of luck in the vote as well. Lexi and Jabbar have voted. They're not in attendance tonight. They can be voted for. But before we get to the vote, let's talk to our zombie. Long time no see, Jack.
Sorry about the delay. It's a bit harder to get, 6 feet up when you're, like, in a wood coffin on your back. Like, it's difficult as fuck.
I should have considered that. I'm sorry. You get to ask one of these individuals here tonight a vote. Think of this as your last licks here in iSurvivor 34. Congratulations on the power. The floor is yours.
I do have something to say before I get to my vote. This is not the only power I managed to obtain. Can I do this? I'm going to make sure of something, but I think my real question, and I texted it before.
Oh yes, Sandy, can you check Rod?
Yeah, can you check that really quick? Because I want to
Can
make
you
sure I'm
tag me?
not.
Can you tag me in it, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I see.
Well, as I can only ask one person, I have a very simple question tonight. There is an obvious split of 5-3 here. I don't know tribal lines. I don't know what the vote is at the moment. So the first person to speak up, I would like to know what the vote could be tonight. And maybe I could help with that.
Hi.
Hello, Chrissy. Please inform me.
So, like I said before, there were two people that the majority of us felt messed up for us to win the challenge, and that was between Kayla and Dresden. Personally, I'm voting for Kayla because she just didn't message me back. I tried to apologize to her because I did kind of blow up at her, and she also, I heard, did not reach out to some others in time. And also, the two people that locked their votes in also voted that way, so I'm assuming that majority is going that way.
Well, before I mute, I have one more thing to tell you. Tonight, I don't just have one power, I have two. The second power is called the insanity vote, and it works as follows. As I am declaring it now, the vote will work as such. The player who receives the least amount of votes, barring 0, will be eliminated.
Wow.
I hope you adjust to this plan. Thank you, and good luck, friends.
Oh, wow.
I hope to see one of you die.
Thank you, Jack. The insanity thing's bullshit. Don't worry, guys.
Okay.
He does have a zombie.
Oh,
race.
Can I just say, I'm just
Oh my God.
How
Jack,
are
you
you
stole it. You stole it, dude.
Dude, you
Well
got me
done.
so hard.
My
got me so hard.
Somebody's
A heart
so
attack.
lucky in a fucking game. Like, horseshoes
Yeah.
up your butt.
All of
You're
their
lucky you're
Yeah.
not in this
instincts are
game. You're
coming
lucky
out
you're
their
not on
ass
this
right now.
tribe.
Respect,
Oh my God.
respect,
All right, guys,
buddy.
but with that, Jack is influencing what happens in this tribal council. I'm going to leave the floor to you guys. One last opportunity to state your case, speak to an individual. The floor is yours. This may be your last opportunity to do so.
I want to say that, like, all me and Kayla, like, are being deemed the weakest. I just want to say that I want everyone to consider that we didn't choose to be the playmasters during that competition. And so this is the game of Survivor, and I guess you could say we were dealt a bad hand, but oh, I wanted to say something witty, but Yeah, I guess we were like dealt a bad hand, but just consider that we like myself as well, like we didn't ask to be the weakest because it wasn't up to us to be the playmasters.
Dresden, thank you. Anybody else? Floor is yours.
I just want to say, Dresden, I think that just because you didn't do as well in the challenge does make you a bad player. And I feel like that's also what I've been trying to say to other people, whether they take that with a grain of salt or not. Chrissy, I already know you're a little salty about the fact that I didn't respond to you. But I mean, like, I felt like I tried to extend the olive branch last night and mention that, you know, I fucked up. I was owning up to that. And I just kind of like got shot on by everyone. Morte in particular. And I just feel like there's probably like a different way that you guys could have approached that and been like, you know, Kayla, you really shit the bed, but I understand. And like, unfortunately, we're going to make the decision that's best for our tribe. I think I would have respected that a little bit more, but I just felt like, Chrissy, you just kind of...
Well, maybe if you got on a call with me, we could have had a talk about it and I could have said that to you, but you didn't even give me that chance.
You didn't really, like, literally, you just came at me. Like, that's all that was. Like, that was just like, I don't know.
Okay,
I just thought it was a little bit of sass, and I just don't feel like I wanted to entertain that. So
I was trying to tell you what other people were saying as well to help you out, but you didn't want to get on a call with me to figure that out. So I can only do so much when somebody doesn't respond. And I apologized and you still didn't respond. So it's fine.
Well, I just feel like everybody kind of already made their decision. Like, nobody really wanted to kind of, I don't know, nobody wanted to like entertain even the thought. Like, it was just like automatically like, no, Kayla's the weakest link, let's get rid of her. Whereas like nobody really, I don't know, it sucks. It is what it is. And I mean, yeah.
We all care about our own game. Obviously you care about this game because you're fighting for it now. All I'm saying is that the next game you play, communication is key, because that's how you get people on your side.
Thank you, ladies. That was unexpected. Does anybody else have anything to say? It's time to vote. Shay, you're up. Alan, time to vote. Josh, it's time to vote. Kayla. Chrissy. And Zombie Jack. You cast your vote. I'll go tally the votes. Feel free to talk in the meantime. Drive. All right, Vita, I have the votes. They're locked and tallied. Once I count the votes, the person voted out will be asked to leave the tribe council area immediately. If anybody is in possession of a hidden immunity idol or any other power that must be played now, play it now or forever hold your peace. First vote. Kayla. Kayla. It's 2 votes, Kayla. Shay. It's 2 votes for Kayla, 1 vote for Shay. Shay. It's 2 votes, Shay. 2 votes, Kayla. We are tied. Kayla. 3 votes, Kayla. Shay. It's 3 votes for Kayla, 3 votes for Shay. We are tied again. 3 votes left. Shay. It's 4 votes for Shay. Next vote. Shay. Third person voted out of iSurvivor, Poveglia. Shay. Shay, unfortunately, that is majority tonight. Any words you want to say to your tribe really quickly before I snuff your torch?
Good blindside, folks. I mean, I held trust in you all. I don't know why you didn't hold trust in me, and yeah, this really sucks. Good luck, I guess, in the game.
Shay, I want to thank you for coming in like a boss. Thank you for being a replacement and coming in when we needed you. I was excited for you. I felt like we needed your archetype and your personality in this game. I was fighting for you to not be a replacement. I want to thank you for bringing what I wanted you to bring to this game. I know this wasn't how you wanted it to end up. Fortunately, though, I need to do this. Shay, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, well, well. Congratulations on making it through that tribal council. You guys can just head back to camp in. I know you guys got some talking to do, some celebrating, some giggling. Congratulations. You guys are not the third person voted out, and you guys have made it to episode 5. Tomorrow is your day off. Relax, enjoy yourself, do some of the non-iSurvivor related things. Thursday, TreeML will be posted, and I hope you guys are ready for an insane challenge. It's an iSurvivor staple, and it is going to test you guys like you've never been tested before. So get ready, get your asses ready, do some squats before, okay? See you later.